What would it feel like to race at Le Mans? It's an iconic race, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. We are the first Singapore team. I'm the first Singapore-based driver to race in Le Mans. I think we're going to have a country and region that will be proud of us.
For us, 85% of our team have never been here before, and we're proper rookies.
Still kind of pinching myself to see whether this is a dream or really it's going to be an exciting adventure for us. This year, the amateur drivers in the GTE AM class, of which I am one, we will have to drive a minimum of 6 hours. I think there's a clear differentiation between sprint and endurance racing. In endurance racing, it's very important that we don't make any mistakes. It's going to be a 24-hour sprint. We're driving at night, we potentially are driving in the rain. It's important that we keep the mind straight. I go through this visualization process where I imagine myself in the car. We close our eyes and imagine, try to visualize a lap around the circuit. Being able to have the circuit ingrained into the mind, it makes it easier to develop that consistency. I've been trying to train my body to be able to do multiple stints. Being physically fit will enable me, hopefully, to perform better because the physical and the mental endurance side that makes sure that I won't be making any mistakes. But every driver, once they put on the helmet, all they want to do is win. The opener of GT Asia 2016 in Korea will be my last opportunity to race a car before Le Mans. Our whole goal is to have fun, have seat time, get plenty of practice. That really makes the team gel really, really well. It's an entire team effort. The mechanics, the engineers, the management, it's really the team that gets us to that podium.
Everyone's got to pull together for the same goal, which is to win.
Doing one more race in Korea before France is really, really important for us to get us in that racer's mindset. It's important that I get car fit, and if that's in a racing environment, all the better. It's a fantastic circuit, high-speed corners, very, very technically challenging, and hopefully replicate some of the high-speed corners that we're going to encounter in France. Looking forward after Korea, we have to take it to the next level once we get to France, where my first foray, and the team's first foray racing in Europe. I would consider Le Mans absolutely huge, right? It is a carnival and one more thing to look forward to besides the race itself. It's a long week, there's a lot of events and things that we need to do. For example, the driver's parade, that's one hell of an event. We're sitting on top, open-top vintage cars and parading through the center of town with thousands and thousands of fans cheering. The sport has been absolutely incredible for our racing over the years and for what they're doing for Le Mans 24-hour itself. It's an opportunity to reunite with the broader Clearwater racing family. For us, it's the biggest race that I can ever aspire to. It's the biggest race in the world. This year they're expecting 500,000 spectators to be on hand for race weekend itself, televised to billions of people. It's a race that I've watched and followed ever since I became interested in cars.
calculated his own lap time better than I thought he would. There are so many factors that go into it. Your luck, your position on the track, mechanical reliability, people clouting into you when you least expect it.
At the end of a race weekend, you see the drivers spraying the champagne up on the podium, right? Then everyone's thanking the team, right? This is not for show, this is for real, right? It's really the team that gets us to that podium. We're only the guys behind the wheel.
Brand new engine, but we had a misfire at about 3 a.m. We were running as high as third at one point, and we lost a lap.
We had a couple issues. We made a bad tire call at the beginning.
The strategy didn't quite play into our favor at some points. First time we're doing 24 hours in a long time. It was a magnificent fight back by the guys. I couldn't believe it. It's the world stage, and we came in fourth.
The Clearwater racing guys have sacrificed so much to ensure the successes over the years. This opportunity to really experience the pinnacle of motorsports, and if everybody can go away, saying that this was the best thing that they ever did in their motorsports life.
Asia is a very huge part of the motorsport world in particular, and it deserves representation.
Absolutely delighted. The crew did a fantastic job. I'm starting to think about next year. I want to be back and I want to be on that podium.